Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures. We're back with Shock of Shocks, yet another Kingdom Death release. Yeah, they never get old, do they? Well, they don't, because there's constantly new stuff coming out, and I really dig it. Today we have a bit of a different take on a Kingdom Death model. This figure does not look like the usual. Number one, she's fully clothed. Number two, has way more of an anime look to her, but then again, that's because we don't have Luckman Lamb doing the artwork this time. I believe, oh gosh, I know that the artist that did this showed off some work in an earlier update at some point in 2019 or 20, where Adam was talking about possibly using that artist at some point. Anyway, this is Astrid, no, Astrid? Not Astrid. Something like that. Astri the Promised. Girl can't stay in focus. She is a 3D printed photoresin model. Now, this is a lot better quality printing job than you're going to get if you do it at home. They're running a high-end printer there. And interestingly enough, now this is what I dug about the model. You have the hardcore Korean MMORPG looking artwork, where you have the Soulsy and Soulsborne. Oh, dang, I didn't even notice that. That sash or whatever she's wearing is a bunch of people's skins. Fun. Definitely fun. I had not noticed that at all. Maybe it isn't skin. I don't know. The red eyes are interesting. So, interestingly enough, she actually comes with the option of both heads. You can build her with the helmet. You can build her without it, or you can magnetize it and call it a day, which I will not be doing. Well, dang, this is not focusing today. Something is amiss with that bow there. Where is the top half of it? Can I say I'm surprised? Not particularly. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Okay, it looks like that goes there. And it looks like this goes there. I'm going to hold on to those pieces just in case I'm going to have to end up calling the Dark Mediator out on this one. It's kind of irritating, but it's fixable. At least I hope. If it's not, like I said, we'll call them. All right. You can see her big sword. We didn't even get to see the front of her. Okay, those faces are definitely there in her sash. Oh, I hadn't noticed that. She's carrying the skull of something. I'm assuming it's in a bag. Big boots. I dig that. Lots of cleaning is going to be necessary. You know, it's funny. After handling the Screaming God armor, I feel like this feels a lot more thick, a lot more sturdy, chunky, nice. I like it. It's got a good heft to it, got a good size to it. I didn't feel that way so much about the Screaming God armor, unfortunately. So here is one of the heads. Again, going to need to do some cleanup, but that's going to be the case with all these photoresin models. I've heard people complain that things were too brittle, that everything broke, it was a mess. I can believe it. I've been pretty lucky so far, and then again, you guys just saw that bow I was showing off on her. I don't know, my instinct is to go for the helmet just to do something totally different. I don't really feel like magnetizing. Do you want to know what I'm going to do? Why don't you guys sit tight, watch, and find out. Let's see what happens. Okay, folks, well, I did my best trying to repair her. And as you can see, I ended up with the helmeted version. And I don't know how I flubbed it, but somehow I was not able to get the sword to actually line up and touch the ground. I'm very sad about that. So here you can see I did try and get that bow fixed. Is it perfect? No. Is it serviceable? Yeah. Is it great? Not really. I still haven't contacted the Dark Mediator. I don't know if I should. I mean, I think once it's got some paint on it, it's not going to really matter. Just, to me, it was not the best design choice to have the bowstring and everything the way it was. Otherwise, it's a pretty nice model, I gotta say. If that hadn't broken off, I dig the look she's got going on. Figure feels nice and sturdy. Actually feels a little bit bigger than some of the current resins I've been handling while I was working on her as well. So what's interesting with her is I think this is the first time in some time that we've actually had a photoresin non-generic class named person non-death high model. I can't really think of any others. The only other named person I can think of is the sci-fi, what's it, Urza? No, Urza's magic, isn't it? So she's also a photoresin model. There was also the Beta Architect, I believe she was called. She was like, there was only a couple hundred made, I think, for Black Friday. I did a terrible paint job, but she's finished. So these three are actually all photoresins. And then I think she was actually a generic class. This was the Peasant Hero. I believe that's what she was called. Covered in blood. And I like this model. She's got a good heft to her, but she's also got a little custom base thing going on there. So I think Astri here is in pretty good company, obviously. Various models so far. Probably once she's painted, it's going to look even less obvious that she is a photoresin model. I don't know why I was grabbing a Death High one here, just for reference's sake. So again, these are all photoresin versus the usual plastics or resin that Kingdom Death usually has. And just in case you're curious, if you've never built a Kingdom Death model, they do tend to be quite large in comparison with a lot of the other manufacturers out there, WizKids and GW, for example. Why we're having a historical German there, but you get the picture. They're substantially larger. The only models I think of off the top of my head that start to come close to Kingdom Death stuff, I mean, even the Privateer models tend to get dwarfed by them, would be Malifaux, but with some of the newer releases, even then, like our Astri here, is quite a bit taller than Cornelius. But overall, other than the bow issue, I gotta say, I dig the sculpt, dig the model, dig the design, just don't dig the fact that it came to me busted up into I don't even know how many pieces. And I think I'm still missing a chunk of that bow. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Should I bother contacting the Dark Mediator? Sometimes they're great about fixing this stuff, and sometimes you get a 1. So, yeah. I will put a link, as always, down below if you've never taken a look at the Kingdom Death website. There's always something interesting showing up in the store. And one of the pluses with the photoresin stuff is that if they don't have it now, they can always print up a new batch later on. So if you can persevere, you'll probably get one of these eventually. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.